Not a bad time here to take a shot. You know, you get on the plus side of the field here. A little play action shot.
Pressure coming from the perimeter. Gilbranson cuts it loose. And that is a grab by Roush, the tight end. Gilbranson out of the 2-minute timeout. Third down for the Cardinal. He'll shoot it downfield. The catch is made. That's Roush breaking free. Can he beat the field to the end zone? And Sam Roush scores. For Gilbranson, 69 yards. Just, Steve, the breakaway speed by the big man.
Yeah, inline tight end alignment, comes out of his three-point stance, runs a little corner route, and then he's smart enough to look at the way he carries the ball, too. High and tight. I love this guy. Look at that. Put the ball away, big man, and run. High and tight in case they try to strip you. Good job.
Ford's got a career-high 140 yards tonight. There's a throw on the perimeter. Roush the catch. Knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Stanford first down.
Aiming to cause a false start by the offense. Gilbranson on 2nd and 16. Checks it down. Sam Roush down the sideline. Picks up the first down as he gets into Spartan territory.
Just a nice delayed under route by Sam Roush, and he finds that soft spot in the zone, and he's really good when it comes to yards after the catch. They have to put this on display a lot more today.
So Roush. Gilbranson. High snap. There's Roush, and he gets into the end zone for a touchdown. A 15-yard pitch and catch from Gilbranson to Roush. Stanford ties it up pending the extra point.
Well-designed play here by the Stanford offense. And again, Roush with this delayed release, he gives the illusion that he's blocking, and then he...
You see him constantly motivating the players when he's down there. He was in the booth the first week. Now on the field. On the crosser to Roush, and upended shy of the sticks by Isaiah Rivas.
And he's going to throw it. And just sitting down in the middle of the field and making the catch. Tom Laverty there. Apparently he's okay. They're going to throw it. And they come back the other way. And the ball is loose. And able to cover it back up down there. It looked like the tight end Roush. But they threw the ball on 3rd down and 2, and now Gilbranson complete over the middle. After losing the first 2 games to Hawaii and BYU, didn't look good doing it. There's a catch made over the middle by the standout tight end Roush, and that'll get a big chunk of it back on 1st down, a gain of 10. Gilbranson. Crossing pattern, and the catch is made by Roush. He was hoping to stay on his feet. That was an excellent tackle. Had the ball all the way down inside the 10. Now they're looking at 2nd and goal from outside the 20. And the catch is made that'll get him back inside the 10 to the tight end Roush. That'll be a gain of 12. 3rd down and goal. Johnson is the transfer from Miami. He was a huge sign by the Hurricanes. Local kid, and grew up in that area. If Virginia were to run the table, Stanford goes for it on 4th down and will get the first down.
Ford offers better size. Gilbranson into the flats, wide open. First down and then some for Sam Roush. Currently backing up. Michael Penix. Stanford gets it back. And the second grab for Sam Roush. That's going to be a first down. So the Stanford tight end is starting to find his rhythm with Ben Gilbranson. The attempt 48 throws. First one is right here and right now. And it's caught by Sam Roush. He'll rumble out of bounds, close to the line to gain, and that is a first down. So a good start for the backup quarterback. Now both teams came into this weekend's game. Terrible mash units. Roush upended. Taylor, what are you hearing on the sideline? Brown back to the air, looking for his security blanket. And Roush grabs it. and pushes his way close to another first down. That was Ashlyn Barker. Brown 0 for his last 3. Out of the gun to the tight end. Roush stays in bounds and is lassoed down by a trio of Seminoles led by Edwin Joseph.
Against the Seminoles, but he gets the start tonight. Gets it out quickly, complete to arguably their most dynamic offensive player, Sam Roush. And an opening drive that produced a touchdown. Pressure off the edge. Branson got it out in time. On 2nd and 10, Miami pinning their ears back. That time Roush hanging on to it in heavy traffic.
Wasted no time to get exactly back to that call.
Branson to throw, pressure up the middle. Now he escapes it on the run. Got a receiver downfield. If he can hit him, it's the tight end. Roush makes the catch. He'll be dropped at the 20. Big play for the Cardinal as Rashad Battle lost. The tight end, Sam Roush, who offensive coordinator Nate Byam said is the best blocking tight end in America. Well, he's shown he can catch it and run with it as well.
Yeah, he does a nice job. It's a little dig route by the tight end, anchored to the bottom of the screen, and then he just gets lost in the shuffle. It's such an aggressive
play fake again out to Roush. Makes the catch. Champ Hampton now out of the backfield. Well, Branson has time. There's Roush. Gets it down to the 35. That's the tight end, Roush.
It's an aggressive nature breaking on that football.
Branson to throw. As Roush.
Have an extra linebacker in there.
Branson. That's Roush. Makes the catch. Drags the defender down to the 21. 3 to go and the lead against Cal.
Big thing to watch for Virginia, that one loss versus NC State, but not counted as a conference game. That could, everyone on the sideline that can pull up an iPad. There's no hiding, especially for these are just kids. So how do they handle that? Mason Heinschels, of course, had no issue with it, but to your point.
Yeah, you want to try to fight CJ on a deep dig if you can. Crossing pattern to the tight end and shot down right at midfield is Sam Roush. Over their last 3, they were humiliated in some games earlier this season. I mean, Clemson, the season opener against TCU. You know, not all the time does a guy got to come a transfer out of some big-time program. Lay it off to Roush, and the big tight end is chopped down. For those that don't know, Will Blackman played both wide receiver and defensive back.
Brown dumping it off to Roush. Brought down immediately. Outstanding tackle by Drew Polidor. Cal better get something going, and they're going to have to get the ball back first from Elijah Brown. Nice catch. Sam Roush. They'll move the sticks.
Well, Stanford's only had the ball for 3 plays. They're down 14-0. They need something positive on offense. Elijah Brown will throw across the middle, and there's something positive. Stanford's first down. The tight end, Sam Roush. Kingston Viliamu Asa, very good player who's out for the year. That's a loss for Notre Dame's defense. So nice to see the young kid make a play. The tight end Roush with the catch. Stanford, that penalty, 15 yards, longer than the longest offensive play for Stanford in this game. Brown held on to it for a long time and long enough to find his tight end Roush, who is dragging would-be tacklers down the field into Notre Dame territory. I mean, it's 2nd and goal. They're outside the 20 now. Pressure picked up. Myra throws it. He delivers a good ball to Roush inside the 5. Finally tackled after he got down close to the 3.